Good morning. So I just wanted to hop on to talk about my journey as a lash artist. I know I share a lot with you guys about tips and tricks and things that you can do to start your lash journey, but I just want to share with you guys like how I got in this industry, where I started. It's a little informal, not super edited, so I just wanted to go stream live and talk to you guys about this. So I started lashing in 2018. So this month actually makes 7 years that I have been a lash artist. So I'm celebrating my 7 year. Is it seven? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, 7 years of being a lash artist. So I started getting my lashes done back in 2015. 2016, that's when like the trend of like the lash strips and things was going on, and I started getting my lashes done. And okay, so the reason why I started getting my lashes done was because I didn't know how to put on a lash strip to save my life at all. So I was like, I need to get me some lashes. So I found a girl in Dallas where I was living at the time, in Dallas, Fort Worth, and she was in Irving. And she actually was the first person to ever do lash extensions on me. And I then learned that she did trainings. And so I was like, I'm pretty good with my hands. I think I would be good at this. And so I think this is something that I want to do. But I didn't act on it then. So mind you, this is like 2015, 2016. 2017, I wrote in my journal, I was like, I think I'm going to either go back to school or I'm going to get my license to lash, and or I'm either going to take a lash training. But I never acted on it. And it wasn't until like a year later that I decided to like go ahead and get my training certificate in lashes. So I did that. It was August 18th, 2018. So 888. And mind you guys, my birthday is in August. So my birthday is August 28th. And that was a birthday gift to myself. It was like an investment because baby, back then lash trainers were like $1,000. Like they weren't these $300-$400 prices that you guys are seeing now. They were an investment. And back then, I don't know if you guys know, I used to be a high school teacher. So I taught for maybe like 6 or 7 years. I just stopped in 2021 and pursued this full time. But I was teaching at the time. So I was only getting one check per month. And so that check was, I had to budget that check down. So spending $1,000 on a lash class was a lot for me, okay? So I took that training in August 2018, and I have been lashing ever since. Like, that is just what I've been doing ever since. Ever since I picked those tweezers up, I never put them down. I was taking clients that were coming in, laying on my bed, and eventually I got enough money to get my lash bed, and I set up right there in the area, like my little dining room area. We had a 1-bedroom apartment at the time, so the dining area was my lash area. That's why I would bring everybody in so that we could get the services done. I was a teacher, so I could only lash after work and on the weekends. I was also a cheer coach, so I was busy. So that was 2018, and I just kept doing it. I decided, like if I continue to do this and people truly want to like book these lashes with me, then I'm gonna go get my actual license, because in the state of Texas you need a license in order to lash. And so I decided to just go ahead and get my license, and that was like maybe 10 months later I enrolled. Within a year, I was already in my own little like suite, and I had people coming to me. This is 2019, okay? People were coming to me. It's building. I'm working, making money. Literally would have never seen me being a lash artist. So it's working. I'm making money. 2019 comes. And then August 2019, I had a really bad breakup with my boyfriend of like 6 years. Like we basically grew up together, and he was the one that actually like motivated me through everything. And so it really took me by surprise, and it hurt. Breakups aren't fun. That really hurt. And so I truly think that was like motivation, like to continue to keep going. Like it really like lit a fire under my butt. It was like, here, you better get up. We finna make this shake. And all in all, like I was just so excited to be starting something new, to just be finally choosing myself and taking a risk on myself and believing in myself to do something other than what we're always told to do. Get up, go to college, get you a job, work 9 to 5 until like you're like 60. Like that was not the path that I wanted for my life. And then deep down I knew it also wasn't the path that God wanted for me either. Like I just felt so conformed, very uncomfortable, just so depressed. I was always looking for a way out, always looking for something else to do, always looking for something new. And so I decided to just do lashes full time. And 2020 came. 2020 came, broke up with my boyfriend. Mind you, I'm in my era of like, girl, it's about you, do your thing. Ended up getting pregnant. No, it's not by my ex-boyfriend. It was by my daughter's father, who lives in my hometown. 2020 comes, and of course, 2020 did what it does. The pandemic came, and everything was literally just up in the air. Like we couldn't do lashes anymore. We couldn't go to school. I was basically sitting at home pregnant. And while it was a traumatic time and very hard time for some, for me, I felt like it was a moment of reflection. So a moment for me to really just slow down, rest, and just really decide the track and really listen to God to see what direction it is that He wanted me to go next. So I'm living in Dallas, I'm pregnant, and during 2020 I came home to my mom's, and I'm just chilling here because nobody can go anywhere. So I wanted to be with my family. And so while I'm home with my family, I decided to just go ahead and move back to Tyler. So I was going to be leaving my teaching career there. So while I'm here, I'm looking for teaching jobs here. Mind you, I'm not lashing. And so around June, I decided to go back, get my things, and make the big move in July. So I moved to a town, my hometown. Yes, I knew people, but these weren't like my clients. Like they weren't getting their lashes done by me. I'm still trying to find me a job as a teacher. So there's that. So I did move home, found a job as a teacher. I'm pregnant. I'm probably like 7 or 8 months pregnant at this point because my daughter was due November 2020. So I am working full time, I'm pregnant, and I'm also trying to promote myself in a city where I have had no clients. And so eventually I started getting clients. I started doing maybe like 2 or 3 clients a week and maybe a few like on a Saturday. And so it started to build up. Then I had my daughter and went on maternity leave. I'm gonna tell you, that maternity leave, it was like, I am not coming back to this place. And when I did go back, it was just so hard every day just to get up and go back to work, to teach. And while teaching and being a teacher and being a cheer coach was my passion, it was my assignment at the moment. I think that 2020 changed that. And so 2021, at the end of the school year, I decided that I was not going back to teaching. I told my mom, I was like, I'm done. Mind y'all, I have like a newborn baby. We need the insurance, we need the benefits, we need the money. I was like, Mom, I'm not going back. And my parents just did not understand. They're like, girl, you need insurance. Like, Mama, I can get it. I can find a way. So I packed up my place where I was living and I put all my stuff in storage and I moved in with my parents. Me and my daughter shared a one room in my mom's house, and her crib was in there. All our stuff was packed in there. The rest of my stuff was in the storage. I got myself a little suite. It was about $300 a month, and I started really promoting myself as a new lash artist in Tyler. I started promoting my lash classes because I did start teaching at the time. And I just started promoting myself. I started networking with people in the area. I started trying to switch services with other beauty professionals, because if someone is interested in anything beauty, like they're going to try lashes at least once. So I started promoting myself there, and I did not go back. I didn't go back, and I haven't been back. It's 2025, and I have been a full-time lash entrepreneur for 4 years. Has it been easy? No, but it has so been worth it. That 1 year that I stayed with my mom was so eye-opening. I was able to save money, build my clientele. And I tell y'all, I treated that like, I didn't treat it like, oh, I'm working for myself so I can do what I want. No, I was on a 9 to 5 schedule. Like I was there when nobody else was there. Like, I didn't have a client. My butt was sitting up at that suite, because you never know who is going to call you, who's going to say, hey, can I come get my lashes done? You just never know. So I was up there all the time. I was working on my business. And at the time, I was in grad school, because you just never know what can happen. I kind of got like frightened when I found out I was pregnant. I was like, no, I'm going to get me a master's degree. And so I did get my master's degree, and I did graduate with it. Do I use my master's degree? No, but it was worth it. You never know what can happen. So all this time, I got everything I need. And so all that leads up to today. Like, I ended up moving out of my suite into my salon suites next door. Right now I'm in my lash school. Next door I was in my salon suites. Moved in there, nobody was in there. I just said, God, send me the people. If you would have never brought this to me, if you would have never brought this to me if I wasn't supposed to be doing it. So I just said, God, send me the people that are supposed to be here. And he sent me the lash artists. And when I tell you 3 years later, those lash artists are still with me. They are still over there, and they're full-time lash artists. And I say this just to say, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. Whatever you decide to do, you can do it. These girls are doing amazing. And I really truly think it's just because of my leadership and me doing and showing the boldness and taking the courage and doing the things that I need to do to help lead them into the direction that they need to go. And this lash is killing me. I need to brush them. But anyway, so leading them in the direction that they need to go. So a year passes, and there was someone in this building right now. A year passes, and I'm looking for a place for my school. Like, my whole thing was to open the school first. Like, I didn't want to open a lash suites first, but being obedient, right? Move there only for the people in here next door to move out, and my landlord to be like, hey, we have a spot next door. I think it's split up just how you need it to be for your school. Came over here, seamless. It's literally like my studios and the school share a wall. That's how divine this move was for me to open this school. And we've been here ever since. This is our 3rd full year. I cannot believe it. This is our 3rd full year here at East Texas Lash Institute. And today I am starting a new lash class. I'm starting a new lash class. I have a morning class, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. I like to keep my classes small and intimate so that I can really pour into these girls, and so that we can really get hands-on and making sure that they're understanding what I'm putting down. Because if you're just in a class and people are just telling you, do this, do this, do this, do that, like, you can't really retain that. You need somebody holding your hands and truly helping you to implement the steps that you need in order to be a successful lash artist. So that's why I'm here today, hopping on just to share my journey as a lash artist. My girls are going to be starting their journeys today, and I'm so excited. So for the next 10 weeks, they will be in this class, and then after that, we are taking a break. But I will come back and share just how successful my students have been, just with my leadership and my mentorship and my guidance, and them, most importantly, putting in the work. Because I can do what I do all day, but if you're not doing your part, if you are not implementing the things that you need to implement, if you don't have that confidence, then there's only so much that I can do. So anyways, I will share this. I will save this live so that you guys can go back and watch it. It's just a little bit of an informal way to get to know me outside of the educational tips that I do provide to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting their documents sent out, so when they get in here, we can get rolling and get things going. Come back more prepared with better content, baby. Got it. Thanks for the advice. All right. Anyways, talk to y'all later. Have a good day.